Hello guys and welcome back to episode 4 of Airway Sim. Once again, we're looking at my scheduling page, and as you guys can see, I've kind of just scheduled this plane all on my own basically. I just need to add my maintenance here at 5:15:10 on Monday. So let's go ahead and do that, and boom. We scheduled yet another plane for our company. Now, as you guys can see, I've been putting a lot of care into kind of really carefully trying to fit in really every schedule possible. Of course, there's still routes such as like Fairbanks where I'm still yet to kind of fit in every day of the week. I'm still missing most of them, as you guys can quite clearly see, and leaving a lot of open demand up. But I'm just waiting to basically find the schedules I will need to make this route complete. But for now, I need to go and purchase some more leased aircraft, of course. I can't actually buy any. If we take a look at the aircraft I already have, as you guys can see, the first few aircraft I have are already making very good weekly profit. Almost close to 1 million, I would say. Well, not really, 750,000, but for the older ones, for the first ones, and even these other ones, these newer ones are starting to become profitable, as they weren't originally. Of course, I didn't record for almost the last 2 days, so over the 2 days they've actually grown from being not profitable to profitable. If I can show you guys my kind of I guess, see if I can find it actually. Load factors, view full report. Yeah, we can see kind of the graph of my load factors, and while it's very slight, it has been climbing. Like, for example, the peaks over here are around 81%. By the time we get over here, the peaks are around 86%, and those few percentages do make a pretty big difference in the profitability you have in this game. So anyways, as I said earlier, it is time to get some new aircraft. So let's head over to the used aircraft market. And of course, continue with our nice little fleet type of Boeing 757. Now, there's not very many left. Let me update the market and see. Okay, there's actually a ton left. We just needed to update the market. Now, this guy's trying to sell his, and as you guys can see, it's about to go into C-check. But I can also just buy the AI. This is an AI broker, Mile High Aviation. I'm going to get this one. It's only $57 million lease, which is a really fair price. Wait, hold on. It's an AI broker, so you have to be really careful that it actually is a max MTO variant, and there you guys can see it is not. So that is a really useless aircraft actually. Can't get baited into buying the AI aircraft. They don't often buy the max MTO variant, which is, for the 757 at least, by far the most useful. Now, this entire chunk of aircraft from Volop Airlines, or however you say that, he's not trying to sell his aircraft. He's trying to lease them out for 2 years, and then the lease must be canceled. So I can't buy those, even though they're a better deal. I have to go ahead, or I keep saying buy, but I'm actually leasing. I have to go ahead and lease these Peanut Airlines ones, which are a bit more expensive, but I can lease them indefinitely. So that's much nicer. Anyways, let's go ahead and look for a new route. Oh, whoops, wrong tab. Route planning. So yeah, of course you need to find a destination. So I've been preferring Europe right now, but of course our 757 can only fly about 3,000. Ooh, that's not a 3, that's a 7. 3,900 and like just go through 3,990 nautical miles. And I could fly farther, but I start to lose seats. So let's go ahead and look at what kind of places we can be flying to within this range. Now, if I click a large city like Madrid, wow, surprisingly there's very little demand from Atlanta to Madrid, but like this kind of demand, 130, I don't want to take it yet. I probably will eventually be forced to have to take routes with less demand like that, but for now, don't really need to. I can kind of just wait until, like, for example, I'm sure I'll be able to find more routes like Brussels, which are a much better deal. Copenhagen Kastrup, not quite. No, I really wish some of these routes were not already taken. I would love to be taking them, of course. Lisbon, nope. Malaga, nope. Alright, this might be harder than I thought. So here's a trick for you, just when using a browser in general. Hold down Control and click, and boom, as you guys can see, I'm opening tons of new tabs, but this way I don't have to open a new individual tab for every click. So Oslo, no good. Atlanta, no good. Cologne with 150 I could consider, so I'll leave that one open. London Luton has been taken. Glasgow, nope. Tenerife. Edinburgh, also considerable, but I know for a fact that that is one of the higher rolls, and I'm not usually gonna get a route which is offering that many passengers. So yeah, we're through the first page, and let's get on to the second page. Obviously, there will be maybe some places even in the second page which have demand, but we just don't know until we check. I could be wrong. There could be actually nothing. You never know. Anyways, like, these are really only the cities in Europe which are closest. So yeah, East Midlands, nope. Looking pretty dry. Porto, I'll leave it open because looking at a bunch of goose eggs makes you think that even that was good. So yeah, as you guys can see, we're not getting much demand here. Yeah, it looks like we've basically exhausted what we have. I really wish I had something like a 737 700 ER or something like that, but obviously it doesn't come out for like another 20 some years. Yeah, plane like that for a lot of these destinations would be great. But yeah, I'm guessing we're not gonna find very much demand after that. Ooh, Shannon actually has something, and I think, are we back to the original field I clicked? Yeah, wait. I think I left 3 tabs unchecked. Valencia, Belfast, and okay, so looks like we're picking out of Cologne and the other one. So let me refresh Cologne a few times. Alright, so 140 to 150, 130, 160. So the actual number is probably around 140 something. Whereas, where's the other one? Edinburgh is 150, 150, 150. Okay, it's just giving me 150 over and over again, 140. But I remember the first time I clicked it, I got 130. So both of these are almost exactly the same. Okay, it gave me 130. Oh, it gave me 160 as well. So it looks like they're in the exact same identical brackets. So I guess we're just going to be using Cologne then, because it has more cargo demand. And cargo is very profitable. So having a full cargo sector is very profitable. Yeah. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, where was I? Cologne, Cologne, Cologne. There we go. Let's open that up. You know what I should check is I probably should check South America. That is likely to have some pretty good routes. Now, I know for a fact that this range is going to be either just able to fly once daily, or it's going to be too long. So let's find out. So let's pick a time to take off that isn't terrible. 1945, all right. And if we take a look here, we need just under 2 hours, and that's what we have. So this is nearly perfect. And we can go ahead and schedule this, and boom. Now, the reason why I don't have the last day is actually, hold up. We have flown on Saturday and Monday, so we need Tuesday. Hold up. I was talking about Fairbanks, by the way. So we're going to take out Tuesday and put in Sunday like this, like so. And boom. And we can schedule Fairbanks. Create another route like this at 8:40. Or wait, maybe, what time do we need? 1940. I hope 1940 works. Hold up. 1940. And it doesn't work. Yeah. So can I do 5 hours after 1940? Nope, that's 24. It's 23:55 work. It doesn't work either. Alright, so when does this work? Let's find out. Just remember that people don't like to fly during extreme hours of the day. So you want to make sure that your takeoff times and stuff are kind of towards the middle of the day. So let's go back to the first hour this works in the afternoon. 16:30 appears to work. So let's go see how late we can push this. 17:40 doesn't quite work. 17:15 works. Alright, so then for Cologne, we need to make sure we arrive 2 hours before we need to take off for Edinburgh, or Cologne, I mean. So, where the frick did I put the tab? Did I accidentally close the tab? Oh god. This is frustrating. Okay, whatever. Oh, it's Fairbanks, of course. It's right here. I'm like brain farting all over the place. Where did I put that Fairbanks tab? Yeah, here it is. So we need to arrive 2 hours before that. So we need to arrive at 15 plus 5 minutes. So we need to arrive at 15:20. So right now we're arriving at 17:45. So 14. Nope. 16. What did I say? 15:40. I can't remember. 15. Oh wait, this is arrival time. Oh, I was looking at the wrong time. We gonna. What? Oh no, I wasn't. I'm so stupid. 15:20. 15:20. Why can't I remember one number? Oh god, sometimes you just wonder what's going through my brain, and I could not answer that question for the life of me. 15:25 and 15:20. There we go. Because of my stupid brain, that is an exceptionally hard thing to do, but yeah. Anyways, now if we get 17:15, we can fit in our Fairbanks flight, and boom, 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 and perfect. Let's get that in there. Yes, and perfect. Now we have just enough time for our Wednesday 11:25 maintenance check, and boom, another aircraft scheduled. Now I said I was gonna go look at routes to South America, so I'm gonna do that now. South America, and we need less than 4,000 to make our life simple. Nice even number. And we have Bogota, which is really close, by the way. Quito. Nope. Brasilia. I hate it when it's like that, when there's some left and I don't know whether I should take it or not. It's probably not worth. You know what I mean? Probably not. Now, okay, that's not good. So that's decent. That's decent. 260, so that's like 100 left. But this the way the game divides demand, I could realistically expect slightly more than half. Okay, this place I've never heard of with, you know, pretty good demand. If we refresh it, see if it gets higher or lower. It seems to be like 130, so, or, well, okay, never mind. Nope. It seems like the demand is a little bit low. Unfortunate. Doesn't look like there's any South American destinations which really need a 757 flight. And I'm pretty sure I've already checked all of these by checking Europe. Maybe not the bigger ones. Manchester, nope. And Gatwick are probably... Gatwick's actually not as bad as I thought, but Heathrow is probably hell. Actually, no, Heathrow is actually decent. That's not a very large oversupply margin, to be honest. Later on, these numbers, by the way, will grow to like 3, 4, 5, 6,000 or more. It's quite frankly ridiculous. I don't really like the early days because it's so hard to find demand. But North America is another market we have. Let's see. You know what? It's gonna be hard to find demand randomly like that. Let's see if there's anything left which is above 3,000 nautical miles, which is the market I kind of really want to target with the 757, because anything under that I can realistically use a more efficient domestic plane like a 737 or an A320. Honolulu and Kahului really look decent, to be honest. Um, but at the same time, I don't know if I want to compete yet. I don't think I do. I don't think I do. Instead, what I think I'm going to do is going to buy one last plane to fill in the missing days for the schedules I have, and to fill in the rest of the days for Fairbanks. And then we're going to move on to a new fleet type, which is pretty cool. Maybe not this episode unless the game will let me buy another fleet type. And then, we'll probably get back to the 757, of course, once the freighters come out and go ham with those. But, of course, the freighter's not out yet, so can't be worrying about that yet. Anyways, looks like we're going to have to buy W Airs, 757s. I feel like the other dude's going to need to give me a little bit of a bigger discount to motivate me to try and deal with his not permanent leases. Anyways, let's pick up this 757 and go ahead to our scheduling and kind of use this as our last 757. Alright, so what do I need to do? So I'm going to take a look at the routes and see what days I have missing and just kind of fill it in. So I believe on this route I am missing Sunday. So let's go ahead and create another route like this, and we go ahead and select only Sunday, and go ahead and do that, and boom, perfect. Now we need to do the next route. So high-low, what day are we missing for high-low? We're missing Monday, nice and planned out, so that of course I missed exactly one every I'm pretty sure I've planned this out when I was making my schedules originally, so that I should perfectly be able to schedule this last plane. Maybe there'll be a considerable number of wasted hours in this particular plane schedule, but I'm not too concerned. Oh, I just went to a new tab of schedule by accident, or an old one, I mean. So yeah, as you guys can see, there's a big difference in departure time. I guess we can conveniently use that as our maintenance break, because it just seems to be about the right time. So what do we need to do next? EDDG. Some of these routes aren't missing a day, so I think Bristol was short enough, so I'm not missing a day. Yeah, okay. Is K Philadelphia Lihue short enough to be missing a day? Let's find out. Lihue is missing Saturday. I could easily put another 757 to Lihue, to be honest. I think I'm gonna buy another 757 to put on Lihue after I figure this out. So let's open a new route, and we need to make it on Saturday. And what time do we need to make it on Saturday? We need to make it arrive at 7:45. So 7:45. Okay, here we go. We need to depart on Saturday. I don't know, select some random time. 7:45. Alright, I got pretty close actually. Nope, one too far. There we go, 7:45. And if we put this in there, that should be nice and dandy indeed. Let me just make sure actually that the time isn't fucked up. Where the oh yeah. Good time, good time. Alright, there's no times which are bad for passengers, so that's great. And what else? Is there anything else I need to do? I don't think so. So is it just time to schedule my routes to Fairbanks? Let me just make sure nothing else. Oh, Cologne is actually missing a day. So what day is Cologne missing? It's missing, looks like Tuesday, so I need to schedule to take off at 13:45. What day was it? Tuesday at 13:45. Please tell me that works. Okay, so 5:20 a.m. but not ideal, but at the same time I have no competitors, so it's not the biggest deal if one day of the week is not at a perfect time. And the rest of these should be dedicated to Fairbanks, I guess. Now I only can fit 3 days of Fairbanks. Do I already have 4 schedules to Fairbanks? Hold up. Oh, I clicked the wrong one. Where's Fairbanks? Fairbanks. I think it's this one, PAFA. Yep. Alright, perfect. I actually did it perfectly. There's exactly 3 days left for Fairbanks 2. I don't know what I'm going to do with this awkward amount of demand. Maybe if I go a 737 fleet type in the future, I can just stretch it at the very end of its range. Not sure. Not sure indeed. I'm planning on going MD-80 as my passenger, or my domestic fleet type, but if I go MD-80, I will have a problem where where I don't think there is an MD-80 which can fly this far yet. That's okay. That's okay. It's a small deal. So yeah. So what did I have to do? Alright, I had to schedule the last 3 days of... I don't know, my brain is just so farting right now. So slow. Alright, so we're scheduling Fairbanks. Now I also want to get in every day of Cleveland. Not sure if we'll be able to do that, but I don't have Cleveland on Wednesday yet, so we might as well do that here. We need to do 1340. This is the problem, you get lost in tabs, and when you get lost in tabs, your brain gets lost as well. Wednesday at 1340. Perfect. I hope 1340 was the time, of course, because, you know, of course, me and my brain can't memorize shit. And boom, let's see if we got it. Alright, nice. So wait, that turnaround time looks really short. It's 10 minutes too short, and I don't want to even make my turnaround time 10 minutes too short, because if it does get delayed... Oh, the turnaround time at Cleveland set to 105. That's no good. Because I've mirrored this exact schedule quite a few times. So yeah, hopefully they're not all set to that, just causing delays all over the place. Yeah, because if you can avoid it, definitely don't create routes where there's a chance more than 1%, which is of course the minimum for turnaround time, because later on when you're trying to push for 100 name value on your route, it gets substantially more difficult if you have delays and cancellations that are your fault, you know, not weather or something like that. It'll really bring your name value back down. I'm not sure if I'll push for 100 name value in this world because it is very, very expensive. That is a horrible time. I guess Fairbanks likes to depart earlier. Yeah, 11. How about 1350? 1350 works. So it can't have Cleveland, unfortunately. Unfortunate. Yeah, if we have Cleveland, basically the Fairbanks flight no longer works, but we still can have Cleveland on this day, but I already have it. And that's due to, I wish there was an increment by days so I could increment this whole schedule along and it would fix it. But yeah, Cleveland needs to be like here. But the problem, oh, okay. Well, I mean, look at this. This is gonna cause me anxiety. Oh. That's not nice to look at. But at the same time, you know what I think I'll do is Monday and Friday, as you guys can see, have significantly more demand than Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday anyway. It's almost 200 difference. So what I can do is completely ignore those days, and what I can do is when I'm scheduling my MD-80s to fly to Cleveland once more to, you know, bring the demand actually up to the supply actually up to the demand, I can also ignore Saturday for the maintenance check once, and on the other plane I can nor Sunday for the maintenance check once, and then we'll have demand that actually perfectly fits the route. So you know what? It's not the end of the world. Now we need to schedule Fairbanks again. Whoops, I accidentally opened in a new window. And at 8:45, I'm not sure if that's gonna work, to be honest. 8:45, and indeed it doesn't. So I already have a Cleveland, so there's nothing to fix it, which is what bothers me, basically. Oh, that bothers me so much. You guys have no idea. All right, I think I have a plan. So this needs to go back 5 hours, almost exactly, I think. I should have checked the time, but I'm not sure if this is even gonna work. So if I go back 5 hours, I'll be at 9. I'm not used to thinking in a 24-hour clock, by the way. So perfect, that still works. Where'd the scheduling go? Yeah, this is the what am I doing? Okay, let me just make sure. 9:40. Okay, let's just edit this route and bring it back to 9:40. All right. Let me refresh this page so it like refreshes the way it looks, because sometimes there's a glitch which doesn't show you the proper day. Oh, I clicked the wrong schedule. Of course, that's why it didn't work. And then we need to bring this back to 8:50. I don't think that's gonna work in terms of time. Yeah, that's not nice to look at. And this is another day where I think I already have the Cleveland schedule. Yep, there it is. So what if I had Fairbanks? No, Fairbanks is gonna end up landing like there. The thing is, I want to use every hour so that my fleet utilization is much better, basically. But it occurs to me I should probably just sacrifice that for the sake of efficiency. But I also realized if I rescheduled this entire plane, it would be fixed. But anyways, because that's going to be long and tedious, basically what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to fix all these schedules off camera, so you guys can basically come back tomorrow and see everything perfectly fixed the way it should have been in the first place. I scheduled this plane wrong, which has caused this debacle. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you guys next time.